Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to show the folder that I've created for the writing workshop, and like what Anna Giger recommends is that one should um, we should practice writing every day, that we have to take say an hour out from our busy schedule for the child to write. Okay, I know it sounds really overwhelming, but that's how they do there. um, but even it depends how your work schedule is like, but this is something that she recommends, that the child should be writing every day. Okay, so this is I've divided it into different segments by using this. Everything I got from Amazon. uh, so this is actually writing topics. So we give the child the writing topic, and then they mention it here. So the child's name over here, and see my writing ideas and possible. So this is uh, the whole thing I've got from the book, the ebook that I showed you in the previous video. So these are the different topics. Okay, genres, non-genres, possible unit of study for grade 1 to 2. So they have for every grade. I've just taken a printout for the grade we are actually in. Okay, and then my writing ideas for writer's notebook, like memories, observations, jots, reflections, list of strong words. Okay, so for list of strong words, you know that I have created this book, which I'm going to show you later. So the child can actually read and use dictionaries, but just to make it an interesting work, and when you are introducing it to younger kids, dictionary won't be kids won't appreciate using a dictionary then. So just as a substitute of that, I've used this. But when your child is in say grade 4 or 5, I would not recommend this book to the child. But yes, for a beginner, this is an amazing book. Okay, so these are the ideas, and then your writing idea. Sorry, you can keep on adding more sheets, and once it is done, you can just file it up, either get it binded or whatever, however you want to preserve it. So I'm an expert, and see, brainstorming topics. So how one should start the the writing piece that the child is working on a long time ago, or these are the different sentences that one could use when the child starts writing. And then I can write down, the child has to think like whether he or she wants to write about family, places, pets, holidays, anything that the child would like to write about. And then my writing territories, that these are the special people that the child would like to write about, and the places that the child would like to go. And so this is how she's planned, and we have to write from the heart. So this is what this page is all about. And the child has to divide the heart into sections as you add people. First the child has to imagine in their mind what they want to, like the elements that they would like to add to their story. Okay, so now that was the writing topic. The next topic is pre-writing. So in pre-writing, you have to choose an idea. Okay, and this won't happen. So okay, so the first thing that I would like to emphasize here, and tell you, is that a writing piece won't be ready in one day. If you want a perfect writing, it won't be like, okay, you just take this topic and start writing on it. No, that is a wrong way of writing. Okay, it can obviously give your child a week to finish a piece. Okay, this will also help your child to have more patience in their writing. So the first day they're just thinking about their writing topic. The second day they're just working on the pre-writing part. Okay, they chose an idea. Now the child will think what he or she likes to write, talk about it. We can just sit with the child, talk, and then just go away from the room and let your child just pour the thoughts inside on the paper. So write it in your notebook. Okay, so you have to maintain a notebook where the child is writing, or you can just add sheets over here. Okay, and so it's over here, it's like think, touch and talk, draw, label, write. What is the purpose of your writing? So this everything is in pre-writing. Okay, what is the purpose? Would you like to inform your audience, or would you like to tell a story or share a memory? And then comes the drafting part. So in drafting, you have to choose an audience. Suppose you're writing it for your brother, or you're writing it for your grandparents, because accordingly you have to add the elements. You can't write funny things for, to your grandparents, but you can write funny things to your brother. Okay, so that's how it is. Brainstorm, sensory details, touch, as in see, touch, hear, smell, and taste. So so 5 finger story planner, detail, topic wise. So right now I'm not telling you how one should do, I'm just telling you what are the things that one should do. Okay, who's your audience? Choose your audience. If you are stuck, because the kids, they do, they have that what is that term, writer's block. They do have that, kids do have that. So yeah, when they are stuck, these are the steps that they have to follow. I can find a writing idea. I can make connections to the books that I read. Okay, I can collect memories from photographs. My writing has a voice. How to write with voice, that also makes a hell lot of difference. When a child just writes normal sentences, and when they have a voice in their sentences. How to punctuate a dialogue. Okay, how to use dialogues. It tells the child that if you are telling no way, go away, how one should just put it in a sentence. So that's all. Then, like, if you want to, you have to use transitional words in your sentences to make it an interesting piece. Okay, so this tells you how to do that. So as I told you, it's not like in one day your piece will be finished. So yes, you have ample of time to work on your writing piece and make a good one. Ways to begin a story, if you're doing the fiction part. Okay, explore the moment. If your story is like you're reading and it gets monotonous for the reader, you just explode a moment so that you draw his or her attention back to your work. So this is something, the tricks that we have to teach the child. Yes, it requires so many things which we were not taught about. And so next comes the editing part. So in editing, like, your piece is done and you're reading your work, and you you fix the spelling errors, you work on the capitalization thing, and you reread and look for the grammar errors and the punctuation errors. Okay, and then possible skills to include on editing checklist for primary grades. Okay, so this will help you and your child to work on it. Editing marks. So here, what do we exactly mean by editing marks? So if you are following Good and the Beautiful, you would see that they actually work on the punctuation errors. Edit the sentence. They're actually training the child to edit. So there, when you have written a piece, it's in a rough notebook, or you maintain a separate notebook for that. Your child has to read the sentences again, and if they come across anything for capitalization, that the word has not capitalized, so they have to edit it. So when they use these 3 lines, it means that this word has to be capitalized. Okay, this has to be deleted. This means that you have to insert, so you can put comma, full stop, question mark, etc. Okay, so this is how the child has to use the editing marks. And the checklist is: I used spaces, I is capital, I used periods, I wrote about just one topic. Okay, and then is your revising. So in revising, what we have to do? In revising, you read your piece often, take out what you don't need from your book, from your story, add dialogue or details, move things around, change words or use stronger words, use good vocabulary. And so this is your revising and editing. Okay, so these are the process that one has to do, adopt while writing. And then comes the publishing part. When you are publishing, you have to write it again on a fresh piece of paper, because the previous writing part was a rough draft, but now you have to make a fresh one, which will be like, either you can write it on a piece of paper and then you can just file it somewhere. So this is what it is. And yes, done. So now comes the figure of speech. So I have kept it under writing resources. So this is how you can compile your writing workshop folder. And so I'm gonna share more information in my next video. That's gonna be part 4, I think.